So ready to embarrass myself right now. It's not even funny. Kind of funny. Oh, I injured myself again. Oh, of all the things, coronavirus, murder hornets, curse you, kettlebell swings, curse you. So if you've ever been one of those people out there that have been kind of duped by those social media influencers and bought yourself a kettlebell because, hey, kettlebell swings are great, and if you found yourself being injured, not just once or twice, but repeatedly, every time you go to enter into your kettlebell swing, and you address the bell, and you start doing your swings, and all of a sudden, maybe there's that tweak in the low back. Maybe something happens. Well, there's nothing wrong with you, right? It's that we don't have enough solutions. See, a kettlebell swing in itself is an exercise. We're looking at the hip hinge pattern here. So we can find other solutions to give you what that kettlebell swing gives you, and maybe help build you up so you can enjoy a safer, more effective kettlebell swing experience. So I'm going to give you 3 exercises today. 3 exercises that are going to help with your ability to do better kettlebell swings. So number 1, good mornings. In the afternoon, in the evening, it doesn't matter. Good mornings are always good mornings. Our most favoritist tool at FLD for the good morning is our ultimate sandbag. Now you might be thinking, Corey, yeah, you like ultimate sandbags all the time. That's true. You're not wrong. But what I really appreciate about this hip hinge movement is the fact of holding on to the ultimate sandbag in the front loaded position really forces me to have to learn how to decelerate as I go into that hip hinge. And that's where people really make it wrong, is that it's so easy to swing the bell up, but they struggle to absorb the momentum going down. They don't appreciate that as much, and it's not their fault. They have not been taught how to properly decelerate. So here's how this is going to look. I'll first load up that ultimate sandbag up into my front loaded position, pulling that bag tight across my chest. Now from here, bending my knees, so I'm grabbing into the ground. If I came to you in your home, in your gym, and I tried to pick up your toes right now, you shouldn't be able to let me. That's how much tension you have on those toes. So as I bend the knees, loading up my hips, now what does this look like? This looks like the bottom of my kettlebell swing. And then I pull the bag tight into my body as I drive back up to the top of my kettlebell swing. So having this added load really teaches me to brace, to decelerate, because if that bag takes me down, that's going to injure my low back. So driving through, spread that bag across the chest, 2, 3, how about a pause, and then we don't stand, we rise out of that hip hinge because of our relationship with our feet on the floor. Exercise 2. Bent over rows. Now it's going to be more endurance on my hip hinge because I'm going to find myself in that hinge position as I'm rowing an implement. Preferably the old ultimate sandbag, right? So putting your hand on a bench takes away that core brace that you need to appreciate in order to hold that nice hip hinge. So step number 1, grab onto your bag. We stand up tall to begin because with this tall position now, it'll be easier for me to drive down into my hip hinge as I row the bag up and then I push to bring that bag back down. Pop and down. What we want to really avoid is chicken feed, right? Chickens eating at lunchtime. Meaning, as I row the bag, I don't want to peck down to the ground. I lose my plank. I lose that rigidity in my core. So I need to make sure that as I'm pulling the bag up, I'm driving into the ground, maintain that brace, down, keep breaking those handles off the bag as we go. So your third exercise, the kettlebell high pull and catch. Now, the high pull and catch looks very basic and simple, and trust me, it actually is. But it's highly effective, teaching you about exploding through the hips as that kettlebell swing requires. As I address the bell, I want to make sure that actually I take that bell a little bit behind me. Because if that bell's out in front of me, my low back is going to feel a lot of that, and that's not going to be advantageous for anybody, right? Right. So from here, drive those feet into the ground, settle into that hip hinge, pulling the slack out. So you notice by pulling the slack out of my elbows, I slightly tilt that bell towards me. Now driving through the feet, I punch that up and I give it that catch right up at the sternum. Now from here, what do I want to do? I want to learn to decelerate with that bell. So I'll let go, I'll catch with my hips as I absorb that momentum back down. So the difference between the high pull and catch and the kettlebell swing is notice how the high pull and catch stays close to my body. Kettlebell swings, the nature of the exercise is for that kettlebell to be out in front of you. That's a long lever arm. Can put a lot of pressure here if you're not ready for it. And then that bracing coming down. But if I can keep that kettlebell close to me, now all of a sudden, hashtag winning. So sliding down, remember now, do not use your arms. Let the hips drive that bell up and then you catch with your feet. So as soon as I'm ready to catch the bell, I plant my feet in, grabbing that kettlebell tight. So I'm maintaining my plank. Back down. Notice that little tilt. Pop through, drive. Good firm grip. So we want to make sure that we don't actually catch the bell, because if I do that, my hands are loose, meaning I'm going to feel a lot of impact in my wrists, elbows, and shoulders. Big difference between catching the horns of the bell. Now all of a sudden I've got that grip, I'm locked in, and my plank and my core musculature strong, ready to go. Yes. Listen, I'm going to make this a 3-part series. There's so many more things I want to talk about with you about our kettlebell swings. So I'm going to give you a 3 for the price of 1, right? 3 segments of kettlebells and coffee, all for the price of 1. Don't worry, I'm just feeling really generous today, right? So, yeah, I know what you're trying to say. 3 for the price of 1, Corey. You are so giving, and I just want to, don't do it. Don't do it. You're welcome.